Hi everyone, we have studied about Bohr atomic model and we have also studied about Rutherford atomic model. So last week, first we studied about Rutherford atomic model where we mainly concluded one thing that the major portion of the atom concentrated at the central portion of the atom which is completely of positively charged and that is we call it as nucleus. And the electrons are revolving around the nucleus, but that was actually given by in a proper orbit, that is Bohr atomic model, that in his first postulate he said that all the electrons revolving around the nucleus in circular orbits like K, L, M, N, O, so on, where the quantum number or orbital number of each shell V is given by like n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And for every shell, for every orbit, for nth orbit if you consider, the angular momentum is given by n into h by 2 pi. That is what angular momentum of electron is quantized. That is second postulate of Bohr atomic model. And third postulate says that the electron when takes transition from high level, higher orbit to lower orbit, or you can say like higher energy level to lower energy level, then there is a kind of radiation emits from the atom, that is nothing but in the form of photon, and that photon energy h nu or hc by lambda, where nu is frequency or lambda is wavelength of radiation, that is equivalent to the energy difference between the two orbitals between which electron took transition. Like E1, E2 are the energies of the two levels between which an electron taking transition. Then E2 minus E1, where E2 is higher energy, E1 is lower energy, then E2 minus E1 is equal to h nu. That is what third postulate we have taken. Also, we have derived the equations for radius of nth orbit for any atom, not for one single atom, for any atom, that is given by Rn, nth orbit electron, that is n square h square epsilon naught by pi m e square z. This is what we have derived the equation for nth orbit radius. And the speed of the electron in nth orbital is given by z e square by 2nh epsilon naught, and here we said Rn is proportional to n square by z, and here we said Vn is proportional to z by n, and energy En equal to minus me power 4 and z square by 8 n square h square epsilon naught square. So this is what the equation for energy, where En is directly proportional to z square by n square. So these are the values we have derived in generally for any atom. Of course, we concluded that these are the equations which we derived from Bohr atomic model can be applied to only hydrogen atom and hydrogen like atom only. So here if you consider for hydrogen and hydrogen like atom for first orbit for n equal to 1, then you consider here n should be substituted as 1. Then here except Z, everything is same for all the atoms. Please try to understand. For first orbit of any atom, whichever is hydrogen or hydrogen-like atom you consider, for n equal to 1, if you observe this, only Z is different for different atoms. Rest of the quantities are same. Then the R1 or you can take R0, anything you can take. That is H square epsilon naught by pi m e square times 1 by Z. And this value, where you know H value, you know epsilon naught value, you know pi value, you know mass of electron, charge of electron. If you substitute all the values, then you will get the value approximately 0.529 angstrom times 1 by Z. So R1 is 0.53 angstroms approximately divided by Z. Or else you can write it in generally like, for any atom nth orbit Rn equal to 0.53 angstroms times here n square by Z. So this is the formula for radius of nth orbit for any atom. Suppose lithium plus plus, because we should apply only for hydrogen like atom. Lithium plus plus means 2 electrons you have removed. What is the atomic number of lithium? Z equal to 3. Substitute Z value. And they are asking like suppose 5th orbit. Then n value you should substitute as 5. So depending upon the given question, whichever orbit, that corresponding n value, whichever atom, that corresponding atomic number you should substitute. So that this is like a shortcut formula for radius of nth orbit of any atom. Next, similarly if you consider Vn, for n equal to 1, V1 equal to here Z into E square by 2H epsilon naught, where E H epsilon naught is constant, which is same for every atom. So if you substitute the values, the value approximately comes out to be C by 137, where C is the speed of light, which is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So this is the speed of the first orbit electron. Now for whatever atom they are asking, that atomic number you have to substitute. So in generally what I can write is, speed of nth orbit electron will become then C by 137 times Z by n. So that whichever atom they are asking, that atomic number, whichever orbit they are asking, that orbital number you please substitute. And here C by 137. So this value approximately equal to 2.16 into 10 power 6 meter per second times Z by n. This is the speed of nth orbit electron. Similarly you can understand the shortcut formula for energy of nth orbit electron. Let me give you here itself. So that is En. So for n equal to 1, E1 equal to minus m e power 4 divided by 8 h square epsilon naught square, because n equal to 1 times z square. And this whole values, all the values, if you substitute and calculate, you will get it minus 13.6 electron volt in terms of electron volt. So I told you in the last chapter also, like from now onwards, most of the times we express the energy in terms of electron volt. And you know how to convert electron volt into joules also. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So that nth orbit electron energy is given by minus 13.6 electron volt times z square by here n square. So these are the formulas for the nth orbit radius, nth orbit speed, nth orbit energy. Apart from this, what else they can ask? So for any atom, for any orbit, they can ask you one more thing, that is time period. What they can ask? Time period. Means here electron is performing uniform circular motion but different path. In different orbital it is moving with different speed. But in one particular orbital the speed of the electron is constant. Speed is constant means what kind of motion? Uniform circular motion. For every uniform circular motion, what is the time period? So they can ask you time period. So what is the time period? T equal to distance by speed. Distance is 2 pi r, circumference of the circle, divided by speed. So this is the time period for nth orbit electron, where Rn is proportional to n square by z and Vn is proportional to z by n. Then Tn is proportional to here n square by z, and in the denominator z by n. So n will go up, z will come down. So that Tn is proportional to n into n square, n cube, z into z, z square. So they can ask you questions based on this equation also, like comparison based questions. So the ratio of time periods for two different electrons, third orbit, fifth orbit. So third, fifth, like that. You can substitute. For one atom means Z is same. For two different atoms if they mention, then Z1, Z2. That ratio also you have to take. Like here I am expressing the ratio value like T1 by T2 equal to N1 by N2 whole cube times Z2 by Z1 whole square. So this way you can compare the time periods of two different electrons from two different atoms revolving in two different orbits. So that is the way you can solve the questions. Now today assignment also I will give you questions based on these equations. So please try to just remember these shortcut formulas and try to solve the questions. And sometimes while solving the other questions also these shortcut formulas will be utilized. And apart from these parameters of electron revolving around the nucleus, there are few more things we can expect, but one of the important thing is, first thing, whatever photon we are talking about, like when electron takes transition from higher energy level to lower energy level, then energy emits in the form of photon. Then what is the wavelength of that photon? So let's take here, like, see here, consider the hydrogen atom or some other atom. This is the positive nucleus and there are orbitals like this. Now this is one orbital of orbital number n2 and this is another one n1. Now electron took transition from n2 to n1. Then the energy of the first orbital here En2 equal to minus m e power 4 z square by 8 n square h square epsilon naught square. Then next this one En2 and En1 equal to minus m e power 4 z square by 8 n square h square epsilon naught square. This is the energy of lower orbital. Now, the electron took transition from here to here. Then, here some photon energy h nu or hc by lambda emits from the atom. So, what is the energy of photon? H nu or hc by lambda equal to energy difference between higher energy level minus lower energy level. This is what Bohr given in his third postulate. So, according to third postulate, I have written the equation. Then, you will get the questions based on calculating wavelength, where E n2, En1 value substitute. If you take these two, what is common here? First, let's just substitute the values. Minus m e power 4 z square by 8. Sorry, here n2, here n1. Now, 8 n2 square h square epsilon naught square minus En1 minus m e power 4 z square by 8 n1 square h square epsilon naught square. Now minus of minus plus. Then hc by lambda equal to here and here what is common? M is common, e power 4 is common, z square is common, 8 is common, h square is common, epsilon naught square is common. Everything I took outside. And what will remain here? 1 by n1 square. What will remain here? 1 by n2 square. But here minus into minus plus. So write first plus 1 by n1 square. Here minus 1 by n2 square. So please don't get confused that first I have written this and then this. Because here minus into minus plus. So I am writing the plus value first. Then minus. So here 1 by lambda, because we want wavelength equation, 1 by lambda equal to m e power 4 by hc, you took this side, h into h square h cube c epsilon naught square times z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So here this 1 by lambda is nu bar, we call it as wave number. Reciprocal of wavelength is called wave number. So the equation for wave number or reciprocal of wavelength is given by this. But here again if you observe this equation, this term is same for every atom. Whatever may be the atom in which electron is taking transition, these all values are same. Z is different for different atoms and N1 N2 are different for different electron, because we don't know from which orbital to which orbital it is transition. It is taking transition. So N1 and N2 can be anything. Z can be anything. But these values are same for all the transitions and for all the atoms. So that's why what is the general formula we can make is this whole quantity if you substitute, then that value m e power 4 by 8 h cube c epsilon naught square, that value comes out to be R, we call it as R, which is 1.097 into 10 power 7 per meter, which we call it as Rydberg constant. So what constant we name it as? After the name of Rydberg, we have given that is Rydberg constant. So that here 1 by lambda equal to R z square 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is the wavelength equation for any atom, for any transition while taking the electron taking the transition from higher orbital to lower orbital. So we found radius equation, we found speed equation, we found energy equation, we found time period equation, we found wavelength equation. So these are in general for every atom. But our main interest is to study about hydrogen atom. So for a hydrogen atom, what happens? For hydrogen atom, Z will become what? 1. Then Rn will become, let's say here for hydrogen atom, Z is 1. Then what is Rn? 0.53 angstroms times n square by Z. But Z is how much? 1. Then Vn, C by 137, Z by n, but Z is 1, so 1 by n, and En minus 13.6 electron volt, Z square by n square, but Z is 1, n square. Here 1 by lambda equal to Z is 1, so R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is the equations for hydrogen atom. Now our job is what happens in case of a hydrogen atom while electron taking transition. So in case of hydrogen atom, there are different spectral lines, means different radiation emitted when electron took transition from one orbital to another orbital, like third orbit to first orbital, fifth orbital to second orbital. So for different transition, different type of radiation we got it, and we have categorized them into 5 different series. And what are those series? And those series we call it as hydrogen spectra. And what is that spectra, and what are those lines, what are the wavelengths for that, and how to calculate, and what kind of questions will come, that we will discuss in the coming class. So please try to understand each equation, how to solve the equation, how to derive the equation, but final thing is you must remember each formula, because question you can expect in the entrance point of view based on the formula only, right? So please try to remember the formulas.